think, yeah, we're coming in hot. I'm we're here with Keller and Taylor.
Yep, Taylor.
Okay, I'm
You
like
may
awful with
may know these
names.
guys as Daggerlad2 and Godbrain on Twitter. They're connoisseurs of incredibly weird little guys,
Mm-hmm.
colorful characters, and
Yeah.
we have decided to bring them on so they can discuss some colorful characters with
Yeah.
us.
Mm-hmm. How are you guys doing?
Yeah. I'm not doing too bad. Just chilling all day. So this is the only
Okay.
thing. I cleared my schedule for this, so I could have my mind
Okay.
ready.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, I divorced my wife so I could be here. Cleared
That's
my
also
schedule up.
good. That's necessary. Speaking of weird little guys,
Thank
how
you,
much was Hitler involved in the Holocaust? From Ask Historians.
The weirdest little guy.
Yeah.
This is so fucking good. Just the titles of these are so incredible.
Yeah.
It's flagged as not safe for work, obviously. And the guy says, "So my history teacher told me that Adolf Hitler didn't give any direct commands during the Holocaust. Much rather, his followers planned, organized, and executed the Holocaust, and that they did so because of Hitler's ideology rather than his command. He stated that there is not a single document that suggests Hitler commanded the Holocaust. Is this true?" So it appears like this guy was just given really bad info by his history teacher.
Oh yeah.
But it is really funny to imagine that Hitler just had no idea that this was happening.
Yeah.
Like somebody walks into him and mentions the gas chambers, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, is that
Yeah.
what you guys have been doing with him?
Are we the
Hitler
bad
in
guys?
Are you
Hitler
fucking
19
what?"
Hitler in
just-
19 Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say he's probably just hanging out, wanted to hang out, he wanted to amass a large collection of dogs. This is just
Yeah.
a product of that.
Well, in 1932, Hitler was like, "I found a new type of guy. He controls the banks and the media." And he has for 2,000 years. They were
will
like,
go-
Yeah.
They will go around no longer.
Yeah. And then like he did really good off that post, even though like a lot of people had already like knew about that type of guy. But then like he made it this whole thing. And then like he sort of ruined the whole concept because it was just like a fun niche thing for people that knew about it, but then he like popularized it. It's like yeah, it's like when
He
someone
really, you might want to say he gassed it up.
yeah, he gassed up.
Oh my God, Heinrich! Did I tell people to do this?
Yeah.
Oh no, I have to stop giving commands when I'm drunk. Oh, this is such a bad. Do not let me touch the tequila ever again. This is such a disaster.
Yeah.
Oh my God, where am I even going to get this much Zyklon? Jesus Christ.
He
Oh,
sounds Jamaican.
no.
You're making him sound Jamaican.
I was
What am
slowly
I-
slipping into Jamaican. Jamaican.
Where do I get all this Zyklon?
Bad enough. Last thing we need is a Jamaican one.
Yeah. I think I know this type of like history teacher because it's how I'm gonna teach history. No. I'm
They
gonna,
write like alternate history books.
No, I think it's like a kind of specific type of boomer. I think it's like they they don't deny the Holocaust. They just like having like sort of like minorly contrarian opinions on it.
Yeah.
It's like it's like Hitler didn't do the Holocaust. The responsibility actually falls on like then they point at like all the people that were like
The
also
communists.
responsible. No. I mean they could say that, but like I think more generally it's like that's just their way of saying like it was actually Himmler and Adolf Eichmann that were responsible. It's like that's technically true, I guess, but
They also have always really, really specific opinions about the strategic validity of attacking Pearl Harbor. They've always got some kind of like, well, the Japanese should have done this if they really wanted to win.
I had a history teacher kind of like that. He was like he was sort of he was like a boomer and he had like sort of like those like slightly different opinions, but when you like pushed him on it, they were like pretty much the same. And I know he brought like some slave shackles that he bought at an auction into like class one day, and that got him in trouble.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Why?
He was just like, look at these cool shackles I got. This is history right here. It's like, yeah, that's history, I guess.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Yeah.
This guy who saw Indiana Jones while he was high on mushrooms and thought, I can be like this.
Yeah.
This belongs in a classroom.
Yeah. This belong- yeah. Yeah. Then he brought out his SS uniform. When it was an Indiana Jones reference.
Oh my god. He uses
Yeah.
the magic treehouse to go back in time and get authentic plantation cotton to bring into his classroom.
Yeah. My grandpa, like, I was
Your
going.
grandpa had slaves?
No, my grandpa didn't have
Charlie.
slaves, but when we were
Charlie.
going
60,
to
it was 60 years ago,
My
right?
grandpa didn't have slaves, but
but no, when I was going out to like his ranch where he doesn't have anyone working, no one works there. He just like
So he doesn't consider them people.
he doesn't consider no human is working there. 3/5 of a person might be working there.
Jeez.
No, he just like stopped at like a cotton field. He was like, "I want you to pick this. It's gonna be cool for a photo." It's like, okay, I'll do that, I guess. And then we yeah, but
It's like a 2009 Facebook photo of my grandson picking cotton, and it says, "What if the hashtag slaves were hashtag white?"
yeah, it's just hashtag white slaves. I was looking up white slaves on Reddit because I was curious, and I think there was, I don't know, I just like
Middle of the episode.
yeah, white slaves. That's
is
that
that a default subreddit?
Yeah, that's that Kanye West song from 2013, White Slaves.
It's like a regular
no,
Saturday night, just go cruising, looking for white
yeah,
slaves online.
yeah. No, it was just like I think most of it was just like conservative posts. It was like talking about like I don't know, like Irish people being like technically enslaved or whatever because they were like indentured servants. But then one of them was just from r/teenagers, and it just said like my grandpa's talking about white slaves again. I don't know what to do, and he's really angry.
You can do.
So funny.
Nothing you can do.
I don't know what to do, but he's really angry. That's so
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Somebody just posts a link to a
yeah.
bunch of different types of poisons.
Yeah.
Going on like r/ like ask and just saying
Yeah.
like help me, what do I do? My grandpa's
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah, I'm glad you. I need to go on Quora more.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh, but the next one. This is from Tasty Bathwater. If you want to read it,
Jesus Christ. Let me find this. I sent so many.
it's towards the top.
Okay, it's at the top.
Yeah, it's the Scandinavian one.
Yeah, this one's great. It's so this is on Ask Historians, and it says, "Is the reason Scandinavian girls are so beautiful really because the Vikings would loot the most attractive girls from wherever they plundered?"
I don't think
Which
so.
is insane in so many fucking layers.
This objective fact.
I've
Since
actually
we've
been wondering
all
this for a
already-
long time.
since we've
Yeah,
all
I'm
already-
scouring for answers to this. I need to know.
Yeah, this one's not funny to me. This one's like serious. I'm looking through all these comments trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know you'd be answering all my like most asked questions today
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
podcast.
This is Keller's alt. All of these. Taylor wasn't actually involved, right?
You ask
Yeah.
you ask this guy to compile a list of the hottest female celebrities, and every single one is at least 5'11".
Yeah. But oh yeah, and then the comments are saying, "Are you sure this just isn't your own personal affinity for blue-eyed blondes? I don't know enough about Vikings to say how many captives they were bringing back from their plundering, but I know enough about biology that it would have to be an absolutely immense number in order to have any influence over genetic makeup of the population, like hundreds of thousands."
And this the guy responds, "This actually, wait a minute. This is a different guy over a year later coming in to defend the OP's taste in women." That's
Yeah.
so much funnier. Oh my god. He says, "Sure, what people find attractive is subjective, but it's pretty damn obvious that there is a general consensus for people of healthy weight with symmetrical features, round boobs, and a flat stomach." Buddy, I don't know if I agree with that. Those fighting words.
Yeah.
Round boobs.
Yeah, it's like one of
Look,
those traditional
ovals.
accounts on Twitter that just post pictures of actresses from the 50s and with a crying emoji of why have we come to this
Yeah.
place?
Yeah.
Going up to a club and screaming, "Hey yo, where the looted Scandinavian bitches?"
They're right here. and then they're all there. Um, what's I actually have another story that sort of relates to this, but it's sort of the opposite because my my grandpa or my dad's side is from Norway, and they're all like all my family on that side is like, like all the men are like over 6 feet at least, and all the women are really tall too, except for my grandpa, who's like 5'5" and really swarthy. And my dad said that he found out recently that it's because in the 1910s, like a Portuguese fishing boat crashed in their village, and they had to stay there over the winter. So now, like, just a few people in that town just look like they own diners.
But Dad, this is a landlocked village.
Yeah, this is a land. Yeah, they crashed theirs, and they were just a group of Portuguese guys.
Bunch of aliens.
Yeah, and then they didn't really understand how it worked, so they're like, "Oh, you crashed your boat? Okay, you can stay here."
They were fucking like flying around.
You crashed your house?
Yeah, yeah,
So he was small because a boat crashed into him.
yeah.
It got squashed and then passed on that as
He
a
like shaved
trait.
off the top of his head like in Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Didn't need
Yeah.
that part anyways.
But that's my proud genetics is about 40% Scandinavian, and then Portuguese fisherman that's bad at piloting a boat, and then just like the white mix that's from Ohio. Like
Native Ohioans.
yeah.
You know how I mentioned that this one guy talking about what's objectively attractive was just a different person who jumped in to defend that guy? I checked his profile, which has not been deleted, and one of his most recent posts is an r/big dick problems. And it's, how come the racial stereotype about black guys are so prevalent when statistics don't seem to back it up?
Oh no.
So this dude is doing, he's straight up
definitely not a
technology.
racist person.
He's just curious.
It's
Curious
like,
about the world.
I'm just asking questions, dude.
I wanted to spell one stereotype in particular. All the other ones could wait. And then the OP is according to his post, it looks like he's getting his degree in art history. And then he's also concerned about Adderall permanently shrinking his penis.
Well, this makes sense. He must have to draw a lot of pictures of black penises or something.
This guy's got some specific fucking hang-ups.
Yeah. No. This is a different guy. This is the guy that made the Scandinavian girls post.
Oh my God.
I think it's the same person. It's just two different accounts, but the same person.
There's 6 people on Reddit. That's it.
The other guy also posted on Shower Thoughts. A lot of people on Reddit would be upset if it got common to refer to self-posts as selfies.
That's
I would get pissed. He's right.
This was
I'm
from,
getting
like,
a little flushed. He's right.
I'm starting to get kind of ticked off, man. Just thinking about it makes me mad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call in sick to work tomorrow.
The darkest timeline.
So pissed off.
The darkest timeline is what he calls the penises he's interested in.
Who wants to read the lesbian one? It's
right under. You guys can take it away if you want.
The lesbian one?
It's right
I'll pull
under
it up.
yeah.
I got it here. When did the idea of being a lesbian really start to pick up speed? I know throughout history being a lesbian has been either looked extremely down upon or is made illegal. So I want to know, when did being a lesbian or when females having sex with each other started to become popular enough that it became noticeable? I prefer if you could tell me when in most countries around the world, but I mostly want to hear when it did in America. Not a single comment or
Nobody's replied to this.
Yeah.
That's hard to read. This just kept going.
Yeah, I think lesbians were invented in 1819. I'm just gonna guess.
Idea?
That's the generally held theory.
Yeah. Well, with all forms of homosexuality, I think it started in Greece.
Almost definitely. Oh yeah, literally. Like the island is called Lesbos, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There's like a famous poet named Sappho's.
Yeah.
The idea of being a lesbian was popularized by our former guest star Spencer.
Yes.
Who started calling himself the Sapphic White Boy. The craze took America by storm.
Yeah.
Pioneer.
Yeah. I'm thinking of getting sapphic tonight with me and the boys. just
Throw on
smoking
some
a
Lucy
little.
Dacus.
Yeah. But
I wonder what this person's like end game was with this question, like, or what was really bothering them about the concept.
Mhm.
Well,
To have to
trying
know
to-
like the specific dates.
lesbians
I
were
love-
obviously born from war.
The phrase "pick up speed" is so fucking funny in this context.
like they're rolling down a hill.
It's like a fucking like hair trend or something. It's killing me.
Like, you gotta get
Yeah.
lesbian before it's too late.
They're working on their
all
branding.
the kids are gonna be done with being lesbian by next week. It's gonna be.
Actually, I have another post about being. Did I send it? Oh, I didn't even send it. I'll send that in a bit. But it's the whoever didn't do one. You want to do the last of these Ask Historians, or the last of them before the break that I put, the ghetto one.
Let me see here. You want to? Oh, this one.
Yeah.
So this is a question from Ask Historians. This one, it is worth mentioning. I'm about to read something exceedingly racist. But it is at over 100 upvotes.
Okay. Oh wow, it does.
Yeah.
I roll.
The
Sarcastic
question-
upvotes.
Where did ghetto names such as Laquisha or Shondarius originate? And the only text is, I couldn't really think of a better word than ghetto.
I like to think that that's just like them whispering to themselves after asking the question. I really couldn't think of a better word than ghetto.
I've
So
never
some-
heard the name Shondarius before. It sounds like
Yeah, I'm pretty
like
sure
a
they just
Greek
made that
legend or something.
That's
Yeah.
like one of the football players in that old Key and Peele sketch about athlete
Yeah,
names.
I think
Like,
it
that's
might.
not
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Shondarius.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do all these people have names like Fudge and Taxmerius Tactheratrix?
There's
yeah,
really black names
the
like
field of
Hard
deleted
Jock,
comments
right?
in this one is pretty
Oh
telling.
wow, there are a
Oh
lot.
yeah, there's quite a lot of those.
That's yeah.
Some guy's scrolling through Twitter or through Reddit and sees this and his cracks knuckles. He's like, "All right, time to shine." Just goes off in here. Writes like 4 paragraphs.
User Aethelric, who is a early modern Germany / European wars of religion specialist. All further answers of proper quality are still welcome. There's definitely some room for good discussion, but here's a link to a previous thread with a pretty strong top answer. Thank you, Aethelric.
Now I'm gonna get out of here.
Where did white names such as Max originate from?
Yeah.
What is a Keller?
Yeah. There's a comment that's deleted, and then
It's a
someone
Smith.
replied to a deleted comment that we'll never get to see. They just said Willard's actually a pretty common name. So I like that whatever this comment had, they were saying that Willard is just like is like that's like a ridiculous ghetto name that someone would have.
Willard.
Yeah.
They're
Wheeler.
like mixing up like classical Irish names. So like they're like, where did like ghetto names like O'Shaughnessy come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, someone said and then also in that comment they said Mitt though is just I got nothing, short for Mitty. Really like playing catcher in Little League, no clue. This is from 7 years ago. So like Mitt Romney had already run for president. So like I'm sure they were like aware that like there are people named Mitt and that it's like not a common or it's not an uncommon nickname for something. It's probably just short for like Mitchell. Let me check.
I
Midden.
thought it was like
Midden Romney.
Mitten, yeah. Cozy as a mitten, they call
His,
him.
his mom put inside like an oven mitt as a blanket for his first year.
it's actually short for Mephistopheles.
Oh, it's short for Mitt is his middle name.
Yeah, his
His
first name
first
is
name-
Willard.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Oven's his first name.
Oh, maybe this comment was about Mitt Romney. That's even weirder. I don't know what heat they're bringing against Mitt Romney under this post about where did ghetto names come from.
Where did ghetto politicians like Mitt come from?
Yeah, where did hip hop style politicians like Mitt Romney come from? Yeah.
Speaking.
He sees Mitt Romney dressed up as Ted Lasso, and he's like, "This guy's got some urban youth swagger to him."
Yeah.
It was his origin story. They found him inside a mitten, just discarded on the sidewalk.
They're like, we're gonna raise you to be an investment bank.
You have a
You'll be our
destiny, my
hero.
child.
A Mormon businessman and his 17 wives found a discarded Mitt Romney stuffed inside of a mitten
Yeah.
on the side of the road.
Yeah. Oh, this is the next one. I've been going on I went on Pointless Stories. And it's this says this sub is for stories that no one really needs to hear, but you still want to tell. And this one says, I've decided to stop using protection.
I declare.
For about 13 years now, the thought of an expensive accident has been on my mind daily. Daily. In that time, I've had about 10 companions. Don't judge. But I was always careful. I never went a day without wrapping up, so to speak. I like that he says companions, like he's in fucking Skyrim. Like, come on.
Yeah, yes, my followers carry my burdens, but
Yeah.
When he
I
says,
think
"I've
that's-
Don't
decided
judge
to
my
stop-"
loyalty to my companions.
When he said, "I've decided to stop using protection," he means he switched to light armor.
Yeah. I've decided to stop carrying a sword.
I'm going mage build.
Yeah. Well, now I'm getting older, and I honestly don't care anymore. I have survived through so much crap, and I'm still here that honestly, I feel like I could be okay regardless of what happens. I feel like I'm going to cop a bit of hate for this, but I don't care. I'm going uncovered. Besides, I think smartphones look much better without the case at all. It's always what makes the device show its age so much sooner anyway. I'm like really struggling with this for some reason, especially the way translucent plastic tends to yellow. I'm thinking this came about because it's the first time since owning a phone. He's like making this phone analogy now.
Yeah, it's a very in-depth analogy.
When I needed to replace my last one, I really didn't care about them anymore. I didn't go for a dirt cheap plastic model, but that was only by chance. It feels like it's just absolutely not worth get anything top tier device anymore. This is supposed
He's just talking about phones now.
But
Well,
that's
I know
like supposed to be an analogy for his penis.
I know what he's talking about because the condom I've been wearing for 3 years now is starting to look kind of
Yeah,
gross.
it's getting
Yellowing.
yellow. And,
Yeah.
It's
It was a
like-
blue condom, I think, when I started.
Yeah. It's one of those clear translucent. I got an OtterBox condom, and it honestly, like, it just doesn't work anymore
The
anyway.
pop socket
Yeah.
broke off.
It's too bulky.
It's too bulky.
It's cool that it's got that extra sliding panel on it, but
Yeah, I can put my wallet in there, which is nice, but
just going into a Starbucks and you're like, oh shit, I gotta pay for this. You pull your pants and underwear all the way down,
Yeah,
pop the pop socket off your fucking pull out
Yeah.
a debit card with your dick hanging out.
yeah, it's like having a utility belt.
You
Don't
can't
look,
get
don't
naked in here.
look.
I'm not naked. I'm wearing a condom.
Oh, I get it. Okay, so he's like, I think this is like a really bad joke about how he's not using a phone case anymore.
Yeah, it's a bait and switch joke. I said that.
Yeah, but it's just like so horribly constructed.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
it's really bad.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
honestly would have
discussed the
respected it way more if he went.
Yeah.
I think this works if you switch back into it about being an actual condom.
Yeah,
If you do the unbait and switch at the very end.
yeah. Well, he said like 10 companions, which like I've never heard someone call their phone like their companion.
They're really reaching there.
Yeah, this is like
Well, it's a very Reddit joke.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
surprise, ugly bitch replied, "You're funny, like really funny."
ooh. Sounds like he's gonna.
Italics.
He might be getting a
Ah.
kid after all.
Yeah, he doesn't need protection.
Yeah. He pulled the bait and switch like 2/5 of the way through,
Yeah.
and then he just started to talk
Kept
even
going,
more.
yeah.
So that was but I have
Keep working.
I would like if he ended it off with like, and I don't even care if it just gets absolutely or like it's been covered in splooge for a while now, but I don't really care at this
Yeah.
point.
So yeah, so what? There's jizz all over it.
Like this guy shows you a meme on your phone and you smell it before you see it.
Yeah, oh god. I know what you're talking about.
I never put it in the shower.
It's
Yeah.
it's like an epic Shrek meme, and he like holds the phone like right up to your face, like way
Yeah.
too close, and you just get a whiff of it, and you're like,
I
oh,
wonder
this
if that's
reminds me of when I was stuck in the meat locker.
I wonder.
I've been watching my
Yeah.
phone.
That might be, yeah. So the next one is, with light of this NSA thing, this is from 9 years ago. People on Reddit keep mentioning this year 1984. Why does that year keep getting brought up?
What did happen that year?
Told me when I
Just
found
a
it.
just a Barnes Noble link in the top comments.
Yeah. Hey buddy,
1984.
barnesandnoble.com is free. I don't have to educate you.
It's funny to think that like there's one guy in here who's never heard of George Orwell, but was just insanely into Walter Mondale.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just like fucking when Reagan beat Mondale, man. It's all coming
Yeah.
down.
We're reflecting back to the worst time in history.
Yeah. But that's and then the next one I did, do you want to read, who wants to read the one where the person is skeptical?
I'll do that one.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm skeptical of laundry. You're supposed to wash your clothes, but I'm pretty sure each article has a finite number of washes before it degrades to the point it's not cute anymore. Also, consider that sometimes my shirt doesn't seem to smell any different before and after the laundry. I made a special pile for clothes where I can't decide if it needs a wash. Edit! I reread this and want to clarify that I own more than one shirt.
That's
This post created by fucking Ash Ketchum. Who just got like the one outfit.
yeah.
The pile is just a folded shirt on the ground.
It's just-
Can't decide about you, buddy.
Yeah.
Before we go off on this guy, I want to just say I kind of agree with him here.
Oh, well, before you say this guy, they the only other post this person has made in r/transy talk just says, "Grandma, visiting my parents for the first time since coming out. I was scared they would reject me." That's an interesting layer to that. They're just saying that they hope they can come out to their parents, and then their next post was like, "I don't know why laundry needs to be done."
Yeah, that's really weird. There are definitely no trans women who have issues doing laundry on time.
Yeah.
That's something I've never heard of before. They're pretty famous for just smelling
Their
super
parents
great.
were like, "We accept you, but you have flies hovering around you like Pigpen."
You have stink lines.
Yeah, you have stink lines. We're fine with you being trans, but please wash your clothes.
This person like knocks on their parents' door, and they open it up, and they look behind them, and there's just like a trail of like brown grass through their lawn where they walk across, and it's all dyed.
Yeah. Yeah. They just carry pestilence with them.
They can't even start coming out because as soon as the door opened, their grandparents' dog just starts barking ferociously.
Yeah. They can't hear. Yeah, it's like, it sucks that my grandparents are like afraid of me ever since I transitioned, and they like, they cover their noses and they get in the car and drive away.
They have such strange reactions to my presence.
Yeah. It's like,
Very
I guess,
visceral.
yeah, I've been experiencing a lot of transphobia since I came out, and also don't wash my clothes anymore.
Yeah, my great aunt was so repulsed when they found out that I was transgender that they threw up in front of me. It was really disheartening.
Yeah.
I've even had some problems finding sexual partners.
Yeah. I guess it's, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, they're skeptical of laundry. I'm glad they're not skeptical of their gender, but they are skeptical of laundry.
Yeah.
That would be funny to be like, look.
If this was an FTM person and they were trying to pass as a man by smelling like shit.
Yeah, then that might work. But yeah, what's the next one? Oh yeah, who wants to read the fish one?
The fish alternative source.
Okay.
I can do this one. I think this one is very funny because of the body text. So the title says, "Why wasn't fish an alternative source of food during the Irish potato famine?" And the body text just says, "It's an island."
It's set up like a joke for somebody's stand-up set.
It's an island, people.
This is like a Jerry Seinfeld joke.
No, that is literally a Paul F. Tompkins joke. He says, just about how picky the Irish were during the potato famine.
It's like 1849 like Tory propaganda.
Yeah.
It's like
This is this is Tory Stephen Crowder from that time.
like Lord F. Bartleby
It's an island. Change my mind.
Yeah, it's an island.
He's got like pamphlets circulating around where he's making like YouTuber face.
Yeah.
In like
Hungry?
1849.
Ever thought about eating fish?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious.
If the Irishman craves food, he could, instead of lounging around his house, teach himself the art of fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm not eating fish. They swim in their own urine.
Yeah. Well, Irish people do too.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah. Much respect to the Irish. It's yeah, I don't know. Gus, you can take any of the heat that this gets around Boston. If you go to the gym, it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, dude. I am gonna get just murked walking outside the TAM.
I don't I think you do fine against like some 50-year-old, that's like just really into being Irish.
I could distract them by knowing a lot about the Patriots, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That is my once again, or my always defense mechanism.
A gang of Dropkick Murphys fans corners you outside the gym.
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's the Patriots. I know a lot about you guys.
And they're like all singing the songs together too.
Yeah. They're doing acapella.
Shipping up to Boston.
They're whispering it.
Like a
Shipping
barber
up
quartet.
to Boston.
Slowly approaching you as you're walking home.
Yeah, just
Cracking
Mark
their
Wahlberg
knuckles.
approaches you and says, "You Vietnamese shit."
Yeah.
You just still I
Yo, hey, don't you think Belichick needs to get Mac and not a fucking receiver? And then I just throw a smoke bomb at the ground and they all start arguing about who to draft.
yeah. What? Fuck. I think that every few months someone tries to cancel Mark Wahlberg and they never can. And I mean, I think that he's done some bad things, but it's always funny when people try.
Yeah, it's like everybody knows about it by now. I think the Vietnamese guy forgave him is a big part of it.
Yeah.
So
people try to cancel him for like the thing where he's like, I could have stopped 9/11.
that's
And that
just
one,
funny though.
yeah, I'll defend him on that. Like, do you not want to live in a world where Mark Wahlberg stopped 9/11? Like,
Mark Wahlberg like sits down and he like just immediately goes into like actor quit mode where he turns on the PA and he's like, "Attention to all the passengers on this flight, we're in for a bit of a bumpy landing."
yeah, and then he just crashes it into the Twin Towers. Yeah. No, it's like
Wahlberg says we're in for a bit of a bumpy landing, but he does 9/11 better and he actually
Me
makes
too.
sure that plane hits the White House.
yeah. No, but I was like thinking about because like what had he done by that? Like his biggest role at that point was like Boogie Nights.
Yeah, that movie's fucking awesome. I love Boogie.
Yeah, but then it's
He
just
got in
like
good shape for that.
yeah, but then you're just like, oh, the guy from Boogie Nights, one of the towers is still standing because of that guy. It's like I guess and then we just like everyone's sort of confused.
I
For
guess
a day.
he's our president now.
Yeah, and then it's
Wait,
like
no.
okay, I guess
Mark
he's
Wahlberg beats up Al Qaeda on the plane and he crashes it into the head of the same Vietnamese guy.
yeah.
I know where I'm taking this thing.
Yeah. I was at Logan Airport a few years ago, and they do just have like a hallway of Mark Wahlberg movies.
Like they have the hallways are just giant screens that play the movies at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just like all right, here's all the movies that have taken place in Boston. It's like The Town, The Departed,
The Mark Wahlberg archive.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg in Planet of the Apes, that was in Boston.
Didn't he try to fucking
The other guys?
that was in Boston. He did that like hyper realistic fucking what was it? Like war movie called like Designate. No, it wasn't. Was it Designate? It was like Survivor or something like
Designated
that.
I know you're talking about Lone Survivor.
Lone
Oh,
Survivor. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Designated Survivor is different. That has Gina Carano being the president. That's what
We
it is. Yeah, I
got
was
it,
thinking
yeah.
of Lone Survivor.
The most blessed
Yeah.
timeline.
The only really funny thing about Lone Survivor is that I think Dan Bilzerian paid his way into being in this movie before he went bankrupt.
That's so cool. Was
He's
that
like
like
my idol.
Yeah.
Dan Bilzerian's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Hey, it's Mark
Oh my
Wahlberg.
God.
I'm gonna be in this new movie Uncharted, and we're going to the uncharted parts of Boston. That's right, outside of Southie. Let's go. This is like that's part of the movie.
He goes further south than Southie for the first.
Yeah.
Actually, no,
All
I
right.
think he's.
We're hunting for Tom Brady's 8th ring.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna find Tom Brady and the people that have kidnapped him from the Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Mark Wahlberg signed on to be in Uncharted because they told him he was going to be fighting pirates, and he thought it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah. We're gonna get you back, Tom. I know it. He doesn't know it's a movie. That's like I've watched The Departed. I watched The Departed once, and then I watched it again, thinking, just like imagining that Mark Wahlberg didn't know that he was in a movie, and it was much better the second time.
I'd be much more impressed at his
He was a cop.
"go fuck yourself" line.
Yeah.
Maybe made
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It was just like yeah, the movie was like gonna end with like whatever, like Matt
Yeah,
Damon
he killed
was-
Matt Damon.
Yeah, that's just how he was like, I'm not done with yeah. Martin Scorsese was gonna have Matt Damon live, but Mark Wahlberg had other plans.
Matt Damon gets back up because there's a prop gun, and Mark
And then
Wahlberg
Mark-
just goes, zombie. Yeah.
No, that-
Mark Wahlberg never dies in his movies because he thinks they will actually kill him in real life.
yeah, no, that is like
No, I ain't dying.
What's this in the script here? You gonna kill me?
Nah.
Go fuck yourself. I ain't
Yeah.
dying.
He just doesn't act out dying.
He talks to Optimus Prime like he's a real person.
Yeah. Holy
it's a
shit, it's
green
Optimus
screen.
Prime.
You,
Yeah.
you think the Transformers are fake? I fucking met Starscream.
Yeah,
I fucking met him. He was trying to kill me.
Yeah. Is Mark Wahlberg like known for not dying in his own movies?
I can't think of any. He's like
That's like on
totally
IMDb,
dying,
his
doesn't die in the
trademark, not
Yeah,
dying.
He's like the opposite of Sean Bean or whatever.
He's always kind of a badass in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know.
nice.
There's probably
Always
some
has the
movie
same
where he's, like, a
haircut.
grandson. I think he dies in Lone Survivor, probably.
Yeah.
Um,
No, he's the lone survivor. That means he saw the title of the movie. It's like, all right, if there's gonna be one survivor, it's me, the lone survivor. It's right there in the title.
He was.
You think there's only one guy who lives? Well, Tom Brady has to be the lone survivor.
Oh no, I gotta do
Since
what I
he's not
can for
here,
Tom
it'll be
Brady. Why do people not like Jews? Ask historians. I heard they were exiled over 200 times. How and why? It's easy to say anti-Semitism, but what caused anti-Semitism? Oh my god.
But were they justified?
Yeah.
His question.
Why do people not let it go? What did Jews ever do to deserve this? Is it all because they killed Jesus? Oh no! Oh my god!
Included this one.
That's when all their problems started. They fucked with our guy.
It's like, guys, anti-Semitic. I know that they killed Christ, but do you have to take it out on all of them?
I mean, they didn't though. Wasn't it the Romans?
It was the Romans. Yeah, they didn't like. Yeah, they they didn't. They didn't physically. The whole thing is about like Judas like ratting him out or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't.
I
Oh
like
my
that the
God.
start of this, the body like sounds like somebody pitching something to you on a commercial. Like I've been exiled over 200 times.
Yeah.
If you've been exiled to a new land, I can get you out of it.
Yeah. It's easy to. Yeah. What caused anti-Semitism? I'd like to think that like this guy thinks that there's like an inciting incident for all forms of bigotry.
Gotta be a reason.
Yeah. It's like none of it's justified, but it's all there for a reason.
Why didn't the Irish have any fish to eat? Is it because they killed Jesus?
Yeah. Irish. Yeah.
The Irish did just eat Jesus. They've got his body there since they killed him.
Yeah.
You can do that much with bread. Imagine what you can do with this body.
Yeah. Yeah. They were. Yeah. The British were like, eat some fucking bread. And they were like, oh no, the body of Christ? No, thank you. We're gonna sit here and starve.
We're not cannibals.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. And then comment is, various reasons that had nothing to do with what Jews actually did. Have a look for the answer by r/Yoda is racist on the history of European anti-Semitism.
There's also a great moment where
Yoda is racist.
Somebody
Yoda's
responds to somebody's comment with, "Hey man, your links don't work," and the guy responds, "Derp, links fixed." Or links fixed. And for the record, this is 4 years old, so he was saying
Yeah.
derp in like 2018.
Yeah.
Erm.
Oh, Yoda. It's Yoda TS racist. I don't know what that. I want to read it as Yoda's racist, but I'm looking at his. He has a lot of karma, and his little Reddit avatar includes a baby, so presumably he's a father.
Yes,
So-
stands
so
for
can-
the super.
So congratulations to Yoda's
Yoda
racist.
super racist.
Yeah.
Yoda the super.
Yeah. Oh, and he's
Oh.
posting videos from the Gravel Institute, so that's good.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like he does something with college admissions for a living. So, Yoda's racist, Oh, and he's also posting in r/Israel. So this guy's got a lot going on.
That's so funny, Jesus Christ.
Um
This guy gives somebody like an SAT essay question, and it's like, can you explain the racial influences that led to the creation of Yoda?
yeah.
Why is he green and so small?
Yeah. I think it looks like this
Where
guy's
can I find more
Are
of
we
them?
still talking about Yoda or just Irish people again?
Yeah.
We never left.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm seeing what's the next one?
This next one's really
Actually,
good.
it's a very famous Irish holiday when St. Patrick drove the Yodas out of Ireland.
Oh yeah, the next one's one that I found. Who wants to read that?
I'll read this one. Okay, it's on r/confessions. I'm gay and I want a rich husband, so I never work. But we party. I take care of him, of me, and we live a nice life together. Travel, make him breakfast. Heart eyes emoji. Like heart kisses emoji.
I mean, like, yeah, that sounds fucking great.
Yeah.
I like that
support this.
they spaced each line out. It's like, say the first one, space, but we party.
But we
Yeah,
party.
one caveat.
I'm gay, but I still want to party.
Yeah. Yeah. They're yeah, they said someone says, "What's your plan? Thousands have tried this and failed." And the person said, "Make him happy and take care of the house and feed him and remove his stress." Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, can't really go wrong with that. But yeah, I like the
Negative
person
9.
like looking for tips in the comments. Do you have a strategy?
Yeah.
Do
Someone
you
commented.
guys know where I can find any rich gay men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone with
And he's-
oh wow, that is an incredibly racist username. Just said they said just an ass toy. I don't even know if I want to read that username.
Yeah.
So the username
Probably
is
not.
Yeah.
primitive.
Imagine
the
what it
Spanish
says.
word for black, savage.
Oh yeah, Spanish word, yeah.
Yes.
And they
so
said
it's
just an
primitive Spanish
asshole.
word for black, savage. This guy has been suspended, but his self-edited Reddit snoo, I hate that I know what that means,
Yeah.
is black. So it's possible it's like an ironic joke at his. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, he also has a koala hoodie. That's cool.
It's also somebody replied same, and OP says to him, "Wish we find him."
Aw. Maybe it's each other.
That's heartwarming.
Yeah.
Best
This
of luck,
guy just
Bay.
wants
This
a
is a
permanent
supporting
straight man.
comment section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this, you have
Best
to
of
be
luck.
hot. The same applies for a woman who marries rich. Only appearance matters. And then OP just replied, lies.
Looking in the mirror and crying, saying that.
The only question about this scenario is, does this old rich gay guy die before the young gay guy turns 24 and the old guy decides to move on to a teenager?
No, this guy
That is
is
how this
60.
usually
He
goes.
wants to find, like, a tech guy. But,
This was a pretty nasty secret. I can't believe they confessed that.
yeah.
It's what we're all thinking, but he just chose to say.
Yeah.
Every straight guy secretly wishes he had a rich husband.
Yeah. I guess does someone want to talk about my dad taught me what this person's dad taught them?
Uh,
There's a lot to this one.
Yeah.
this is wow. Okay,
What is cool?
I can handle this one. My dad taught me about trans people before it was cool. My dad brought home a picture of his work colleagues, and I see one person who looks like a man in a dress. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's not a good place to start. It's like 1997, and I'm 8 at most. I point to the man. Jesus Christ, I feel so bad saying this. I point to the man in the dress and say, "Oh, is his name Bob? Pretending to be a woman?" Or something like that, and I think I'm hilarious. I remember what my dad said, though. Well, her name used to be Bob, but she goes by Lisa now, actually. She's a woman. My dad taught me to never judge anyone's sexuality or what they identify as, because we're all different and going through different things, and it's complicated for everyone. He's still that way, but he voted for Trump twice, so I
Twist.
don't understand him at all.
Fair enough.
He
If they
also
don't
believes
understand
COVID
it.
is real and got vaccinated. I think my dad is just a closeted libertarian because I think he just worries about all his guns being taken away, so he votes Republican. I gotta be real, that is not how I expected the word closeted to be used in this
Yeah.
post.
Yeah.
I love him though, even if I don't understand his political leanings.
Yeah.
Good child.
We got the
I think
low-key
there's
trans
more
supportive Trump
positives than
supporters.
negatives about the dad in that post.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for that. I just like that they said before it was cool.
Yeah, what?
Before it was cool in 2008.
Yeah.
You know
When it
that
finally
one
became
rock band with
universally
trans
accepted
president?
by everyone.
Yeah.
President made a decree.
My my I do remember when I was like
Being like an
10.
anti-social welfare libertarian who is supportive of trans people means that this dad is just like the mortal enemy of every British person.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also like, yeah. He also might be like the, like one of the top ranked chasers out there. But he seems fine otherwise.
What are his thoughts on the potato famine, though?
Yeah, what are his thoughts on the potato? Oh, yeah, when I was 10, my
Why do people hate trans people? I mean, I know they killed Jesus.
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, that's what, yeah. No, when I was 10, my I think my neighbor came out as trans, and my mom was explaining that to my then 4-year-old sister, and she started crying because she thought that our neighbor was becoming a transformer. She was like, "Is she
Rational.
becoming a
Was your neighbor Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, yeah. I know those are real, and I don't want to see any more of them." Yeah. But yeah. Oh, I think I sent another one. Yeah. Oh, so I was on this one. It's a r/death. It's very sad normally. It's about like coping and dealing with like the death of your loved ones. But this one isn't really related to that. It's just a YouTube video.
Read the subreddit description and
Oh,
the
yeah.
title of the post.
Welcome to r/death, where death and dying are open for discussion. And the post is Red Hood back from the dead, and the YouTube video called DC Comics Red Hood Batman: The Adventure Continues Fighting Action Figure. So they just thought that this was a thing where anything is dead and it comes back, or
This is a
when
good place
death
for
is ever involved. Yeah.
It's probably like right below another post, like talking about like their mom that recently passed or something.
Yeah. No, it was
You
like
know who else also came back from the dead?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, but
Your
not
mom's
the
no
Irish.
Red Hood.
Red Hood only took one day to come back. He was way
Yeah.
faster with it.
Yeah. This dude every few, I think I tweeted something about it, but like every couple or maybe like every 5 months or something, I think that like I just think about the like like Forever Young by fucking Rod Stewart. That song.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
I just
Is
like
that
think
the one they sample in the
Him?
Jay-Z song, or did I just make myself
maybe
sound stupid?
yeah, Jay-Z was in Forever
You
Young.
sounded so dumb.
Rod Stewart was cradling him. No, it's like a sad song about like, your kid.
Yeah.
And every few months, for whatever reason, I think it's gonna be like really funny to look at the comments of that, and then I just get horribly depressed when it's people talking about like their loved ones that died. Like, why did I think that was gonna be funny? My day has been ruined.
Yeah. And why
Um,
would you do that?
I don't. You know what I think it is? Is I think it's funny because then I think back to like how funny it is that I thought that that was gonna be funny, and then that like gets fucked up in my mind. It's like Rod Stewart Forever Young comments are really funny, and it's like, oh no, they aren't. I'm
No,
really
that's
sad.
that's
now.
just very sad. Good
I
lord,
know.
man.
I know. It's like I just have really bad memory in that respect.
And Charlie comes into the Discord and he's like, "Yeah, I went on the pet memorial subreddit. It was super funny, but I just got sad." Like, what were you expecting there, buddy?
I don't
What did
know.
you think going in?
Well, I was trying to pick myself up after I went to the
Yeah.
white slave subreddit.
Yeah. Um.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I,
think...
can if I can find one more to.
Oh, I have a
round
couple
this
more.
out.
Oh
Okay,
fuck!
okay.
Actually, speaking of cats, or speaking of pets, um, this is one I found a few on death. So keep in mind this is r/death. Welcome to r/death, where death and dying are open to discussion. I am just curious: is it possible to have your body turned into cat food instead of airborne pollution or wasted in burial? I think I'd rather live in 1,000 cat than as a CO2 ghost.
In 1,000 cats.
A
That's
thousand
this guy
cats.
must be huge if he thinks he can feed 1,000
Yeah.
cats.
I want to be like a whale that dies and hosts an ecosystem.
They leave his at like the pet store. They have his bodies like laying out for like the cats to
Yeah,
feast
it's
Yeah.
like Blue Planet where a whale dies on the ocean floor, and there's
Yeah.
like David Attenborough talking about all the tiny creatures that are
Yeah,
just
David
taking little chunks of meat out of them.
David Attenborough talking about all the cats that are eating your corpse.
Wait, this happens to the body of Christ, and your fucking cat just jumps up on your bed at 2 a.m. and says in perfect English, "Be not afraid."
I mean, he is right because like cats will eat you after you die
Yeah.
within like a few days.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah,
he's just
dogs
trying
take a little bit longer, I've heard.
Yeah. I
Hopefully.
also like the idea that he thinks
God, I hope
that
so.
being cremated is airborne pollution.
Yeah, it's a very they're clearly like making passive aggressive
Jabs at
inclinations
people
toward
that
people
get
who get
cremated.
cremated.
Also, presumably on this subreddit, a lot of people are dealing with maybe someone that was just cremated, which
Yep.
makes that a lot funnier because it's like, oh, I
Should
don't
have fed
want
them to the cats.
Yeah, I don't want to be pollution like some of your fucking stupid relatives that died of fentanyl overdoses. I want to feed cats like a good person. I want to make a heckin' fluffy chonker, with my
He gets
bloated.
he's a bag of cat food that gets sent to like the most morbidly obese cat in history,
Yeah.
and he's the
I
one
wanna-
who kills it.
Yeah, I want to contribute to r/chonkers as much as I can. I want my corpse fed to these wonderful cats.
Kind of
1,000
like they like
cats
mixed his.
is
He
just
gets-
a cat that weighs 1,000 pounds.
Yeah,
He gets eaten by a baby that got into the cat food.
yeah. It's just a
I
cat
did
that
want
has
to
an
do one
out.
more from
Oh,
Ask
shit.
Historians.
Oh, please.
Because the title of the post is General MacArthur, bumbling idiot or cowardly bumbling idiot.
Oh, Jesus.
In
That's how you
terms
really
of Marine
feel.
Corps history, MacArthur is not remembered fondly. So as a former Marine, I have no love for the man. But in general, he seems to be highly regarded. Help me get over my MacArthur bias and tell me why he was not the greatest Japanese general in the Pacific. Is this just the title of it sounds like it was written by like a Japanese official or something?
Yeah, well, he also said he was not the greatest Japanese general. It's like, yeah, the Japanese really didn't like him, I guess. I don't know if I know like a fair amount about history. I don't know if, but I guess I've never been with like any Marines really. I don't know if they dislike MacArthur. I've never heard that.
I've been with many Marines.
I've been with
and
many
let me
Marines.
tell you,
I got
they
passed
don't
around
like
the
the
base a
man.
couple times. I was with my friend who was in the Air Force, and she told me that all the Marines she's met are like 80 IQ.
Good.
So make of that what you will.
That's what we
Really
need.
good.
Yeah, and then she also like told me that like that's what like everyone in the Air Force is like 85 IQ. Like they're
Top of the
you're
class.
You have to be
yeah,
smart enough to fly a plane, but not
Yeah.
smart enough to question what you're doing.
yeah.
I like that this
But-
guy pointed out his pun in the body of his post with the parentheses,
but in
haha.
general, that's good. I really like that. That one's really good, man.
Freaking
Oh, I have another death one. This is a certified r/death classic. An alarm system that I made out of an
Fuck
old
is
mink.
this, dude? An alarm system that I made out of an old dead mink. What
Oh,
the?
okay. I'm watching the video now. It's
yeah, see it.
No, that is what it is. That.
Yep.
He just put one inside of it. That's all. I could do that.
I did that
If you-
with Jesus.
That's ingenious.
Oh, I love this video. I'm putting this in the description.
I put an alarm system inside of my old dead dad.
Oh, he has multiple of these. He has a rat
It
cooking
goes off
barbecue.
if I ever touch him.
He's also like has a thick Scottish accent.
Does he have any with fish?
No, I don't know. You know what? I might like take that audio and put it under. I might make it like the 5th track for a little bit here because that's really good.
That alarm sounds what goes off in my head whenever a girl likes my post.
Yeah, yeah. Just also, it's like you also have a dead mink that's hooked up to it.
Yeah. Well, the raccoon alarm is going off, which means that a hot girl liked my post. But that is different than the koala alarm, which alerts me when a funny or mutual liked my post.
Yeah. Either way, either way, I love taxidermy, and that's all that matters.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter what's inside of it. It's what you're putting the things inside of.
I think we can end on actually let's end on this one that I found on this is from r/teenagers. This is like a really this is like probably like if you think of like the funniest things on the internet just being from like really confused like children like trying to impress adults. This is just like this is the place for that. And they're saying, "Lol, I just came out to my dad." And they you can see in the text it just starts with, "I saw that, hey, reply to me, bestie, need some closure here. I'm being abused." And then the response from dad just says, "You've got a dog that'll had to do it." And the next one is, "Hi, I'm pansexual. It means I like all genders without a preference. I like how bi people like men and women, but they prefer men or women. I'm basically without a preference." And then the dad responds, "No worries at all, wee bird."
They're not Scottish or anything either.
Driving me insane. You've got a dog that'll had to do. What the
Yeah,
fuck is that?
I think their dad just got like hit in the head with a 9-iron or something.
He's just okay with everything now.
You
This
can't
is
see
like-
what's happening on the screen. It's like, okay, yeah.
The text version of fucking reply to a conversation that you kind of checked out of. Where you're just like, yeah, man, totally.
That's really great. They're talking about
crazy, man.
that they got fired. I think is that. Let me check if that's an hour. It's really important that we don't go over an hour. Oh no, we're at about an hour. Well, do you guys have anything you want to plug?
Well,
really
Taylor
happy.
has a book that he's written.
Oh,
No,
Do
he
I?
doesn't.
I would make it one page in and just my fingers would cramp up.
You do type fast.
Subscribe to the Patreon because
Subscribe to the
Dagger Lad is
Patreon.
locked in my basement and I'm not letting him out until you give us more money.
Yeah, let's just plug this.
Don't
yeah.
give him any money. I love being here.
He's
Join
really
the
into the
Discord.
laundry.
Join the
He's been, like-
Discord and grooming's in the news right now, and I want to do more of it. So join the Discord.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, like just submit posts and give feedback and stuff. That would be very nice, and I'll shout you out on the show if you do. But yeah, bye guys.